a song. I was actually sitting outside the venue in Charleston, South Carolina, and we were going to be playing a show. And I'd been gone a lot. I'd been pretty much away from home for the better part of a year and 2 months by that time of what was pretty much a 2-year tour. And it was starting to kind of get to me, and I was feeling really homesick, and I was thinking a lot about my family, and particularly the oldest generation of my family, what we refer to as the greatest generation. And because I was raised pretty much by my grandmother and my great uncle, because my parents were really young when they had me, and my dad was a musician, and so I spent an enormous amount of time at my grandmother's house. And then I spent every weekend of my life until pretty much high school at my great uncle's farm. And my great uncle, his name is George Albert Johnson, and we always called him George A. And I wrote a song about him called Sands of Iwo Jima a few years ago. And he was born in 1920, and he grew up during the Great Depression, and then he got drafted, and he fought in World War II. He was over at Iwo Jima, and he survived that. And he spent 25 years driving trucks for the International Harvester Company. And they were based out of, at least where he worked was based out of Springfield, Ohio. And so he would start on Monday, he would go to Springfield and he'd pick up a load of trucks, and then he would deliver trucks to the dealers all week. And then he would time it to where on Friday, he would take the Greyhound bus back to Florence, Alabama, just in time to pick me up at school when I got out of school on Friday. And he'd take me out to his farm. And I'd go out there and basically spend the weekend in the house that he was born in. It was built at the turn of the century. And he was born in the living room, as was my grandmother and my other great uncle. And I'd spend every weekend out there riding go-karts, and he'd take me to movies, and he bought me my first stereo and my first couple of 100 records. And he was the most wonderful man in the world, and was like a second father to me, and was just a just incredible man. And he lived to be 91, and when I wrote this song, he was about to turn 91, and I knew that my time with him was running out, and I was really, really sad about it, and trying to figure out how I was going to deal with saying goodbye. And so I kind of wrote this song as kind of my goodbye to him. And sure enough, last fall I was on tour, and his time ran out, and he passed away, and I went home to Florence, Alabama, and we took my family, and we had a memorial service. And then after the memorial service, we went to the old house, and he hadn't lived there in a few years, and it's in really disrepair. It's falling in, and he used to keep the yard. The yard there is like, I mean, it's like 200 acres out there, and he kept it looking like a park. I mean, just beautifully manicured lawn. But, you know, he hadn't been there in a few years, and it was looking pretty shabby. And I'm standing out there, and I'm watching my children play under this very trees that I used to play, and my mom used to play when she was a kid, and my grandmother used to play when she was a kid. And it was like watching this song come true right in front of my eyes. And so this is the title cut on my new record, and it's called Heat Lightning Rumbles in the Distance. Sun setting west of the trees. The old oaks are gone and the house is falling down, but the ghosts are a comfort to me. Ghost of the family and the time has swept by, the changing of the old guard to the new. Standing here in the day's final light, strong beside you. strong beside you, and this land that I brought you to, strong beside you, with my arms holding you close, strong beside you, with these babies at our feet, and a warm summer wind blows. The warm summer wind blows, the chimneys fell down, the grass ain't been cut, and the road into town cuts through the woods, and the barn needs a roof. But there's things more important, and I'm holding proof. I'm holding the proof, and it's keeping me strong beneath this hollow, endless longing. This hollow, endless longing takes its toll on us both, and I guess that is good that it's showing. Looking for comfort in the knowing, looking for comfort in the knowing. Nothing takes a place to the ones you left behind, this place you always held, this heart of mine, holding on alone to the place you always held, while he lightning rumbles in the distance. Night creeps slowly by as I hold myself together, somewhere between anguish and acceptance. Night creeps slowly by as I hold myself together, somewhere between anguish and acceptance.